Hello there. I wanted to do a quick video about how to obtain a Georgia broker license. So the state of Georgia is one of the few states that allows what's called a broker's license. So you can actually get a license without a lot, but you're still able to sell to retail customers. So most states allow a wholesale license, which only allows you to sell to other licensed motor vehicle dealers. But in the state of Georgia, you can actually get a broker's license, and you don't have to have a lot, and you're able to sell to retail customers. So no lots required. They are allowed in an office complex. The one thing about it, the state wants to make sure that you have a lockable office. They don't want you to be in a shared virtual office. So the board's very clear here. They do not want you to have a place in like a WeWork building or Da Vinci or Regis. That's not allowed. And they're going to require sign posted at the entrance of the building and in the marquee of the lobby and outside the office. And other than that, every other requirement is the same. The only difference between a used motor vehicle dealer license and a broker is the broker does not have an office. That is really the only difference. So there's a lot of companies out there that will help you get a hold of a broker's office. And one of the easiest ways is to go to Google or whatever search engine that you use. And as you see here, I typed in Georgia Dealer Broker Office Rental, and you're going to see a lot of companies right there that will be able to lease you an office. And here's kind of an example of one that shows all the signs on the front of the building there. So that makes sure that they're in compliance with state law. And you can see you'll go down this little office here, this little office hallway, and then you'll be able to go into your office. And these particular ones are only running about $285 a month. So there's a lot of opportunity for you if you want to become a broker. And then here's your office so you would go down that hallway into your office. And this is a very much in compliance. Look, you've got your little storage area there because the state does require that you have some type of file cabinet to store your records. You got your phone because you do have to have a phone. So most of these companies will be able to provide a phone service as well. Here's another one that's in College Park. You can see there's a little office for you right there. This one's not complete because it doesn't have a phone yet, but I'm sure there's something that can work out with you here. So, that's the great thing about having a Georgia broker's license. It really allows you to get into this industry without all the cost outlays of having a lot. So most dealers I talk to in our dealer training classes that do actually get a broker's license, they eventually find a lot. But, this does work out for some folks who want to kind of stay small and don't want the expense of having a lot. Now, one thing I want you to be very aware of, when you're doing this, and we'll talk about this in your dealer training class, the state is very clear. Your retail sales activity has to take place at your licensed location only. So how do you do this if you don't have a lot? Well, when you're selling, say, for example, you got vehicles for sale on Craigslist or Marketplace, and you have someone that wants to see one of these, you'll have to meet them at your office, say, for example, in the parking lot, to allow them to take the test drive, and then you'll do all your paperwork there. If you're a broker, you can't just have someone show up at your home and do a test drive from your home. That is highly against the law. That's off-site retail sales activity. So when you come into your dealer training class, we're going to go through that extensively to ensure that you're operating under all the state rules and guidelines, because this is a very high profit industry. And it's regulated very much as well, so you definitely need to follow all the rules and guidelines. So any high profit industry tends to have a lot of regulations, and we're going to cover those in your dealer training class. I also want you to realize a lady named Tracy reached out to me this week. She's got broker offices in Jonesboro and East Point. She said she has several of them. And there's her email address right there, Tfayne, Tfayne at youneedresults.com. Once again, that's Tracy. You can email her at tfayne at youneedresults.com. And I just spoke with her a couple of days ago. She has broker offices in Jonesboro and East Point. They can get your phones hooked up. They've met zoning. So there's another resource for you. This is a great way to get into the industry, is with a Georgia broker's license. And I always want you to be aware, we are approved by the Georgia Used Motor Vehicle Dealer Board to provide your training. And we hold training classes all over the state. So you can take your training in Atlanta. We've got classes in Columbus, Macon, Augusta, Savannah. And for our friends down there on the south side of the state, we'll come down there to you as well. And we hold classes in Valdosta. So you can always go right to the website, georgiadealer.com. That's pretty easy to remember, georgiadealer.com. And to find a class schedule, you just click on the class schedule link there. You can also watch all of our startup training videos that you see right there. We've got a podcast. I'm getting ready to do an episode here in just a few moments, so hopefully this will be helpful for you. But when you are ready to take your class, you'll just click that blue enroll button, and you'll be able to find a location near you, and you can enroll in that class. The classes are held in very comfortable hotel meeting rooms. So, even if you've got disabilities or anything like that, you'll have plenty of room to come in. They're ADA accessible. And there's no test in the class, but the state law is very clear. You must set through the entire training class. And my name's Dallas Johnson. I'll be giving your class for you if you do choose to allow us to become your dealer license training partner. And you can just go to georgiadealer.com, click on class schedule to find out all the locations where you can easily take your class. And you just have to set through the whole class, be there at 8 o'clock. And they'll end at about 12:15, 12:30. And at the end of the class, we'll issue your official certificate of completion. And once again, my name's Dallas Johnson. I'll be giving that dealer training class, and I really look forward to meeting you. And I'm going to do my very best to help you get into this very incredible business. And more importantly, I'm going to help you maintain compliance, which we're going to cover the rules and the guidelines in your class for you. It's very, very easy to maintain compliance. So when you leave your class, you're going to be confident and ready not only to apply for your Georgia dealer's license, but also to run your new dealership. So when you're ready to take your class, just click that blue enroll button now at georgiadealer.com. And I want to wish you the very best of luck with your new business. And I'm certainly going to do my very best to help you launch that new business. Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you very soon.